Well, let me go onto my YouTube on my other phone, and we'll see if we can see or hear you. Let's see here. It acts like it's not live. Maybe it is. Hang on. No, it should be listed. Let me see here. There we go. Talk. No, they can't hear you. Yeah, it's like you're not even there. Yeah, you're not even on there. Okay. Okay. Bye. All right. So YouTube Live doesn't work with Tools of Soul's phone with mine. So I can hear him on my phone. I can't see him. The screen is completely blank. But I can hear him on YouTube Live, like we're live together. But you guys can't hear him at all, and it's like it doesn't connect. So we were trying to see. What's that, Jonathan? We were trying to see if you could at least hear the other person with me. So he's tested it on other people's phone and they can't see him as well. And I've had a buddy join my stream. So I know it's not my devices, it's his device. Happened with the latest update with YouTube is when it all got messed up. So this is more of a test. It was supposed to say test, but then it's whatever. What's going on? What do you guys want to talk about? I didn't really have anything planned particularly. uh, YouTube, I'll show you guys something pretty interesting here. Just bought the new SureTrace. Should be fun to use. That is the ideal. How much is that ideal nowadays, the SureTrace? That's a nice toy right there. I've used that a couple of times in my career. Oh, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. 400 volt or 600, nice. Oh, me, the 600. Um, we had the $1,200 kit. I used the old one; it was awesome. The new one does way more than the older one. Wow. Yeah, I've used the older one. So good stuff though, man. That's a serious tool right there. It's a circuit tracer. You can tone with it, just like the climb one that we had on here the other night. Yeah, that'll read through pipes and underground and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it'll pay for itself. It'll pay for itself quickly. Just in time. I was on site the other day, and these electricians had the toner out and they had the Klein tracer out and they had it on the floor. And I was showing them how to connect to the ground to get more signal. It was pretty cool. They had no idea to trace with the light on the toner, and they didn't know that attaching to a ground, because they had it, they had it on the neutral bus bar in the panel, and they had it on just a random wire that they were trying to trace so they could label the panel. But they didn't know, the ground was going to help. It's already got a job. I already got a job that I put in the bid, so it's paid. But it's gonna be great long run. Nice. Yeah, one good troubleshooting job, those things pay for themselves pretty quick, especially if you're underground. I'm gonna do a video on how to trace to know broken wires, because it seems to be a hot topic on YouTube. It shouldn't be, but stupid stuff sells, man. Stupid stuff on YouTube sells. The stupider it is, the better it does, unfortunately. Um, I think the more interesting it is, it sells too. Something's pretty interesting that I think Mortars Maintenance had it. It's a Klein screwdriver that takes SDS bits. Sounds really cool fundamentally, but Klein's not well known for their backstrike. The metal caps that you can hit, they're just not made to last. So I've never seen a good Klein product that you could really bang around that was designed to get banged. Even their last demo driver was kind of lackluster, but the best thing about a beating screwdriver is that, at least you can use it like a screwdriver. So Klein's got this SDS slot thing that you can, it's like a screwdriver, and then it's got the plunger style release. And I don't know, it's interesting. It's a very interesting tool, but probably fundamentally not going to be useful. Some of my dad says from Pacific Bell, how far these short and open in the cable and feet. Oh, that's pretty cool. What's up, Sayer? I like how the new R12 Pro, the R12 Ultra, it's cool and cheap since it's brand new. I'd suggest to anyone that's on the way for me. And I saw his video on the STS toy. Yeah, the STS toy looks very interesting. Of course, I fully support whatever he's doing. So I think I commented that said it was cool, but I don't really know how cool it is, man. It's hard to beat a driver that you can put. You're devastated you missed a book and test stream. Darn your naps. Open splice to shared neutrals and the fun stuff. Man, I was doing a final for a restaurant yesterday, and I had there's two reasons why you want to buy this Klein plug tester. I might go get it and show you guys, and then I'm going to get off of here because I wasn't planning on being on here, but I kind of got stuck with you guys. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Let me go get it. It's in the car. There's two reasons why you guys want this. Yes, we're fine with the voltage readout. If you have a backfed neutral, it'll show you 30 volts. Let me find it. Yeah, I actually hate it for inspections. I'll show you why I hate it for inspections. So this right here, when you're running, that door is very loud, getting louder and louder. I gotta fix that. This right here, when you're doing inspections and you hit trip, you have to wait for it to do its whole reset. It wants to display how many seconds, and you got to hit this push to reset every time, right? So you're trying to run through a house and you're trying to trip, when you're doing a quick inspection. And it's so problematic, man, because you want to, you try to read the readout and it stays displayed for a minute. So like if I plug it in here, right here, you're going to see that it's green. If I pull this out, it freaking stays green for quite some time. And then it has to flash. And then it flashes. And the way to get it to stop flashing is to push this button. And it's just slow for inspections. But the other day, I was doing an inspection with this thing, and they had backfed neutrals throughout the whole restaurant. And it caught them. And it was showing red on the readout. And I knew that there was a problem. A regular plug tester would be kind of hard to identify 30 volts on a neutral because it would not light up, the light very brightly. It's only 30 volts. It would light it up, but not very brightly. And this thing was displaying 30 volts. And then I took a hot stick because I wasn't sure what I was looking at. And I took a hot stick. And what had happened was because of the potential shift, it went from hot and the neutral was still energized. So once we turned off the GFCI, because there's no more potential, it was displaying the voltage on the neutral side. And you could read it with a hot stick of 30 volts backwards. Now that's problematic on a restaurant where people can get shocked and GFCI is a must. So it really changed the way that I felt about this GFCI tester. I really was not a fan of it. But this is a really good situation where you might want this tester when you're doing commercial electrical inspections in kitchens especially, because this will tell you every secret that they're trying to hide. So this really changed my mind on how I thought about this. But then the other day, also, this is actually really cool because it says Cat 2, 135 volt right here, right? And in case you didn't know, you can plug this into a 240 volt outlet that an electrician has miswired. So I was literally about to plug into an outlet, and the electrician grabs my hand and pulls it away. And he's like, "That's 240." And I was like, "What are you talking about? It's 240. That's a 120 volt single simplex receptacle." And he's like, "Yeah, but we put 240 on it because we couldn't find a 240 volt receptacle." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Well, the thing's already plugged in at this point, and I can't remember what it said on it. I think both of these were lit up. It was not happy, and it didn't explode, which is the takeaway here. This thing did not explode when I plugged it into a 208 volt outlet, which was kind of cool. So you never know what you're gonna find, man. People do crazy stuff. So there's two reasons why this thing saved me. No, it wasn't a 30 volt ghost voltage because it was a backfed neutral, and once you trip the GFCI, the neutral was energized. So what I did, I'll go back outside again. Hang on. So what I did is there's a couple of things that I always have whenever I'm doing inspections, and one of them is this guy here. Right, I like this because it's really small and it opens everything. And then I always have this. And I recently get the kiddo some ice cream. Man, I appreciate that, sir. Thank you, sir. That's so awesome, man. Really appreciate it. And then this. So And then I got stuck with this. Joshua sent me this Milwaukee flashlight. And honestly, I hate it, but I use it all the time. I hate this Milwaukee flashlight, but I use it all the time. Big shout out to Sayer, man. Thank you. It's gonna be loud. I'm gonna watch. Hey, I'm gonna add Tools of Soul. We can't see you. I can't see you. Okay. Ah, I don't know, man. It's with your phone with the update. I don't know. They can't hear you either. Oh, they can't hear me either now. Okay, well, you better go. Bye. Bye. Can you hear me now? You can hear me. Okay. So this is a flashlight Joshua sent me, and while it is cool, it seems like it's never got any damn battery. This thing is always running out of battery. It's got to be like the most inefficient flashlight that I've ever had. It's like every time I want to use it, it yeah, it goes dead fast. Exactly. Why can't you hear me, Shocky? You should be able to hear me. I think everyone can hear me. Okay, so right here, right, this thing has the non-contact voltage detector built on it. Right here. Trying to find the file. There you go. So when you go to something that's energized here, so this thing really helps when doing inspections. But this is how I've been carrying this flashlight. Not flashlight, screwdriver. Kansas tried to join. That's an old one, Kansas. Hang on. Let me send you this one, Kansas. Hang on. I'm on my other phone, dude. I'm not gonna be able to do it very easily. I don't know what the impedance was, man. It was 30 volts on this guy. This is how I carry the screwdriver now. So this has all my bit storage in it. We ditched the smaller Torx. I don't know where I put it. But I'm going to tell you the reason why this screwdriver is so good. You can see where it's beat up and it's got copper and scratches all over it. Whenever the electricians run parallel paths. Yeah, either way, man, no part of a GFCI should be energized on the face once you trip it. So in a kitchen, that's a problematic situation. So they fail regardless. I'm not gonna pass something that flashes red on my GFCI tester when other ones don't. It was only 3 circuits out of the 20 circuits that I tripped. So they definitely had an issue there. But you see how deep that is, man? You can get a number 4 wire all the way in there, and it helps you bend it. And you can manipulate the wire a lot easier with this. I've actually bent quite a bit of wire inside of here. It's got a little leaf spring right there. And you can stick a whole number 4 wire inside this thing. This is a router back. Let's see here. So you guys can appreciate. Yeah, that's a 1/4-inch router back. There you go. So you can fit a number 4 wire inside this screwdriver. And then once it's inside of here, you've got some really nice leverage to make perfect 90-degree bends on your grounds. Because grounds can be really hard to manipulate whenever you're trying to land them in between this wall and you're trying to make a 90 like this, you can make some really, really tight bends with this guy where, hang on, this is going to be small wire, but you'll get the picture. So this is your number 4 wire. Put that all the way over there like this and bend it. And you've got some really good leverage for some really thick wire to where now we can come in here like this, get a nice clean bend in there and go right up against the sidewall. So this right here is like quickly becoming one of my favorite screwdrivers. And then all the bits just fit like flawlessly. So if we get the square here, where'd it go? We get the square here. Pop it out of here for you guys. I might have to put it in the screwdriver because it's pretty tight, as you can imagine. Did you see how the trip? Yeah. Let me see here. You guys can hear me, right? Not sure if that other thing messed up the audio. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, you can see the fit of that, where it just holds that screw. It's a great screwdriver, man. It really is. It's not even magnetic. It's just a good hold. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, man. I had a whole circuit. I had a couple of circuits with multiple GFCIs on there that maybe they had a bad batch of GFCIs. I don't know. But whenever I would trip the GFCI, it would show it would still show red here instead of off. I can't trip this GFCI because this light will turn off. So this is stuff that I inspect with every day. I've always got this on me with the bits. And then this doesn't tear up my car. And then I've always got this. I've got this flashlight that I am stuck with. It's okay. And then I've got this guy here, which is like an extension of your hand. And one of the best parts about this is when you're tightening things up, you can use it as a screwdriver at the same time. It acts like a ratchet because it's always trying to twist. So if you back up on it, it just skips and then you can get back after it. So like to show you here, we would go with hang on, I gotta pull that down. Yeah. So if that's so you can break it loose here, and then we can back up and we can tighten it. And if it gets really stuck, you can tighten it at the same time. So while this is going forward, all you gotta do is just back up a little bit. and it acts like a ratchet when you do this. So this thing is actually pretty awesome. I like this design more than the other one. But yeah, I was not planning on being on this long. So we will leave you guys with one thing in the code. One thing in the code here. We will leave you with this one here. Let's go 314. Let's go 300 dot. Let's look at what's a good one for you guys. Bushing. 300.4G. That's what I'm looking for. I think it's 300.4G. 300H bushing there. But that's something else. Let's see here. 4 F G. Perfect. Okay. Says where raceways contain number 4 or larger, the insulated circuit conductors. Let's see here. Where raceways contain number 4 or larger insulated circuit conductors, and these conductors enter a cabinet, a box, an enclosure, or a raceway with conductors shall be protected by the following. Now it says identified, right? Identified does not mean listed. When we look at a listed piece of equipment, we see here that this is a CSA. That's listed. It doesn't say listed. It says identified. What does identified mean? It means we know what it is. It's not a piece of cardboard. Okay? So it's got to be identified. We know what it is. So when we have a plastic bushing, which, do I have a plastic bushing in here? I hope I do. I don't know if I have a plastic bushing. I will get one. I will get a plastic bushing next time. So when we have a plastic bushing, we know that it's identified, right? When we have a male adapter that's PVC, we know that it's a male adapter that's PVC. Then it says 2, a listed metal fitting that has smoothly rounded edges. Well, that could be a chase nipple. That could be a lot of things. It's not going to be a standard connector. And then a separation from the fitting or raceway using identified insulating material that is securely fastened in place. So, it's a separation from the fitting or raceway. So it's going to separate it. And then threaded hubs or bosses that are integral part of the cabinet, box enclosure, or raceway, providing smoothly rounded or flared entry for conductors. Okay, and then it says here, that's your fittings, right? When we go over here to, if we go here to PVC here, we got to find it. It's going to take a second. We're looking for PVC. PVC, there's RMC. PVC here. And we look at, if we look at, let me see if I can find it here. bushing. Okay. Now we're in PVC. A conduit enters a box, fitting, or other enclosure. A bushing or adapter shall be provided to protect the wire from abrasion unless the box, fitting, or enclosure provides equivalent protection. The equivalent protection here, and then it takes you back here to 300.4G to see the protection, a number 4 or larger. I would argue that an adapter is a male adapter that we all know and love, being PVC. So if a conduit enters the box, fitting, or the enclosure, a bushing or adapter shall be provided to protect the wire from abrasion. And then it also says when it provides equivalent protection, man, I would say that you got an adapter that's identified that provides equivalent protection, being PVC. And it even takes you back here to show you where we started with 300.4G, which is I just don't like bushings on PVC. I think it's stupid. So there's raceways with number 4 or larger insulated conductors. These conductors enter a cabinet, box, or enclosure or raceway. And it says if you got an identified fitting, which is what an MA is, an adapter that has smoothly rounded insulating surface. Last time I checked, PVC is not insulated. Makita guys are silicone male adapters. They're their husbands in the box. I just posted the end all drill impact. What is better? And Rock wins. Nice. What's up, Stephen Ott? Looks like Stephen Ott's pretty desperate. I don't know, man. I don't even like to ask money for myself, so can't argue the code tactics. Don't tempt fate. Yeah. All right. That's all I got, man. Appreciate all the support. We gotta get out of here. I wasn't supposed to be on here for this long anyway. But then like 50 people joined, and you linked me along with Dave. You show take care, God bless, and always shine on. Appreciate it, Shaka. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.